I will start today to talk to you about one quote I like. The books are the best friend of the people. So that's why this episode I'm focusing on book and how the book help Huda and Muna to have the best business. Hello my lovely follower and viewer. I am glad to see you again on my channel. I am very grateful to Allah for everything the family had and for good health, success and love each other. I am Ibrahim Kattan and I want to thank all the viewer and subscriber and all comments you are putting on my channel. Just continue. I will actually follow your comments. Thank you very much. First of all, I will have three categories in this, episode. First, how I made my children good readers. That's very important. And what is the incentive of reading in my children? And also, the main question also they ask, what are my favorite books? So I choose this episode will be the books are the best friend of the people in good and rough time. So let's start with why we want to read the book. So books are very good for education, for learning. Also, the book is used for pleasure and entertainment. Books are used for, more information, acquiring other experience, especially the author experience represented in the book, and of course for more advice. So reading good books, of course, can help you to have a positive effect on us in general. We can acquire knowledge, information from the book, improving our imagination, which is very important, improving our scale of communication, widening our vocabulary also, and helping us to think about many different topics, and of course to be creative and imaginary. And books, of course, also help us entertain us too. So I found that researchers show that reading to your children is only most important factor in contributing in child reading success. So reading is fundamental. It helps your kids to be accustomed to reading. And they said 85% of all learning relies on being very good reader. The more a child reads, the more she becomes better at the school, obviously. A child's brain is only 25% developed at the birth. The key influence that determine how clever, creative and imaginary the child will be are already laid by the time the child is turning to 1 year. Reading to your children usually initiates conversation about the story and about the image of the picture. We can help our children to make link to life experience, other story and what may be happening in the world. You will introduce your children to a new vocabulary. Obviously, reading is very important, especially when explain the story to your children, so they widening their vocabulary. With respect to reading, I am very proud of what we actually did as a parents to our children, especially my wife. She spent good time to actually take the kids, take Huda and Muna to the library almost daily and borrow book from library so to become accustomed of them. And that's I believe, the main success of Huda Beauty is they actually love reading, almost going through a book every week, both of them. Every week they finish a book or at least glancing the book to get the main thing about the book. So reading books become daily habit for the children. So this is very important. So begin reading at early stage as possible so the kids become actually accustomed to that. Encourage reading variety of book. Also give some incentive for your children when they read or they finish them book. Give them some incentive or reward. So they feel they accomplish something. So once they grow, they become very accustomed to that. My dear followers, please, before I start with the next category about my favorite book, I would like you to subscribe and put your comments and like this episode. Education.
Oh,
Sorry.
medicine Zoe.
يلا نسوي.
How? Where? What
Nana.
about?
Nana.
Where do I sit?
Come on.
You have to pay me money. So I'm guest starring in Daddy's YouTube video. Woohoo!
course, our family loves books and become habit. And we have a library of thousands of diverse books. So I'm not talking in this episode about the, let's say, educational books or religious book. Okay, so the first book I really like is this one, How to Win Friends and Influence actually people. I read this book when I was in the high school in Arabic language, was translated in Arabic language, of course. So this book summarized in 9 principles by the author himself, the Carnegie. Say first, begin with raising an honest appreciation. Call attention to people's mistake indirectly. Never actually directly try to criticize the people. Talk about your own mistake before the people will talk about your mistake. So it's better actually that way. Ask question instead of giving direct order. Don't give an order or just make it like question. Let the other person save face. So don't actually attack people, and praise the slightest improvement. So try to give compliment always. Even the simple improvement, give the compliment for that. Give the other person a fine reputation to live up to. Okay, so use encouragement, okay, and make the other person happy about doing the things you are suggesting. So all these 9 principles, in fact, they are helping us to be better person and of course to make better friends. The next book I will start is A Beautiful Mind. This is a very good book and really affecting me so much. Written by Sylvia Nasser. The author Sylvia Nasser began us into the mind of a brilliant man who tortured by his inability to distinguish panorama and reality. He became actually sick of schizophrenia. So this is John Nash Jr. He started making mathematical breakthrough when he was in graduate school. Nash received a Nobel Award of his very intelligent game theory and economical solution. They developed this actually a movie of that, and I recommend if you can see the movie, you will see how really the beautiful mind is very good explanation about this gentleman. The other book is about the Success Principles workbook, or actually this is by Jack Canfield. Is very famous also. So the success principle is the result of Jack looking back on 40 years of motivating people, drawing lessons from his own life, and those created a legacy of that people. So it's very good. And in summary, this book is basically say stop complaining. That's very important. Make decision about all unfinished project in one weekend. So don't let all the things actually accumulate and you postponing over and over your actually work. So make decision, stop complaining, think positively. That's very important. Negative thinking is affecting your actually any motivation and you, let's say, work in the future. So these are very basic, let's say, summary of his book. Okay, let's go to the next book, The Power of Positive Thinking, Norman Vincent Peale. This book, The Power of Positive Thinking, will show you that the root of the success lay in the mind and teaching you how to believe in yourself. Break the habit of worrying and take control of your life by taking control of your thought and changing the way your attitude. So, summary, believe in yourself, have very good attitude and determine your entire life by having a positive thinking. Imagine your life free of worry, okay? Leave the worry as, and think about your good life and the future life. The 5th book we go here is the book You Wish Your Parents Had Read by Philly Perry. Those who were planning to have kids, this book is excellent. This book will focus more on the big picture of parenting, to adopt a strong relationship with your child so you can grow up emotionally and mentally. So imagine if there was a parenting book focused on the way we react to parenting, okay? Validate all your child feeling, and of course there are things we can do as parents to encourage sound mental health. Hello my lovely follower. I just present for you 5 books I really read, of course, and focus, but my favorites are more than that. I will keep the rest. If you like to know about more books, let me know through the comments on my YouTube, and I will stop with this 5 favorite books and go to the quote of the day. I take this quote from Dr. Seuss, as all of you know. The more you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you will go. So please don't forget to subscribe and put the comments. And I would love to see you and stay safe and fit and stay young as I plan to be. See you all on the next video. I love you all.